Labor has declared that fighting inflation is the primary focus of this year's federal budget. This is what we know is in the budget so far and what it means for you. Cost of living. The main cost of living relief is the overhauled Stage 3 tax cuts that were announced by Prime Minister Anthony Albanese earlier this year. The measures will take effect on July 1st, bolstering the take-home pay of every taxpayer. In addition, Treasurer Jim Chalmers claims there will be substantial help for households, indicating some help with power bills. Inflation predictions. Fresh inflation forecasts show that inflation could return to the Reserve Bank's 2 to 3% target band by this December. According to the budget papers, annual headline inflation recorded at 3.6% in the year to March is expected to ease to 3.5% by June. From there, inflation will ease to 2.75% a year later. However, the RBA predicts inflation will re-accelerate to 3.8% and hold at this level until December, not falling to 2.8% until the end of 2025. Housing. Jim Chalmers said housing is set to be a big focus, with the government unveiling an $11.3 billion package aimed at boosting the supply of social and affordable homes. $9.3 billion worth of funding will be used to establish the new 5-year national agreement on social housing and homelessness. An additional $1 billion will be directed towards crisis and transitional accommodation for families and children feeling violent circumstances. Tax. As well as the Stage 3 tax cuts, Chalmers hinted at a tax reform to encourage businesses to grow, suggesting there could be reforms to help incentivize investment. Education. Education Minister Jason Clare recently announced changes to student debt repayments, set to benefit approximately 3 million graduates. Additionally, the government has announced a $320 weekly placement payment to help those studying to be a teacher, nurse, midwife, or social worker undertaking mandatory practical units. Health. Health Minister Mark Butler said the budget would have $8.5 billion in new health investment and would provide additional funding for clinics in regional, rural and remote Australia. Labor will funnel $227 million into opening 29 more urgent care clinics across the country. Public hospitals are also expected to get more funding. Women and families. The Albanese government will begin paying superannuation on taxpayer-funded paid parental leave from July 1st, 2025. The previously announced escaping violence payment will be covered by a $925 million package. Labor also announced a $49.1 million investment into tackling endometriosis. From July 1st, 2025, women suffering from the disease will have longer specialist consultations of 45 minutes or more covered under Medicare.